इच्छाकारेणं सन्धिसः भगवम्. Ichhakarenam sandhisaha bhagvam. Let us bow down in devotion to the Pancha Parameshti. Namo Arihantanam, Namo Namo, Namo Siddhanam, Namo Namo, Namo Ayariyanam, Namo Namo, Namo Uttaradhyayanam, Namo Namo, Namo Loe Sauva Sahunam, Eso Pancha Namo Karo, Eso Pancha Namo Karo, Sauva Pavapanasano, Mangalanancha Sauvesim, Padhamam Havai Mangalam, Mangalanancha Sauvesim, Padhamam Havai Mangalam. I bow down at the feet of Tirthankar Paramatma, Prabhu Mahaveer. I bow down in devotion at the feet of most revered Pujya Gurudev Anand Rishiji Maharaj Sahib and of infinitely benevolent Upadhyaya Bhagwan Pujya Praveen Rishiji Maharaj Sahib. Ichha Karinam Sandhisaha Bhagvam. My immense gratitude to the holy feet of Paramatma and Gurudev Upadhyaya Praveen Rishiji Maharaj Sahib for showering his grace upon me to be an instrument in delivering the Uttaradhyayana Sutra in English. Aram afternoon everyone, and best wishes to all of you on the occasion of Paramatma Mahaveer's Nirvan Kalyanak, and Happy Diwali. I Sadhvi Arohi welcome the devotees gathered here to listen to the sacred techniques of the 24th Tirthankar Paramatma Mahaveer and to participate in worshipping the Srimad Uttaradhyayana Sutra. This sutra holds great significance as it contains the last words of Paramatma Mahaveer before his salvation. I would be presenting the English version of Gurudev Rishi Praveen's discourse on the Srimad Uttaradhyayana Sutra. Today is the 20th day of our humble effort. We will try to understand and absorb the secrets of chapters 36 as decoded by Gurudev Sriji. 2 days before Tirthankar Paramatma Mahaveer's Nirvan, in the city of Pavapuri, ruled by King Hastipal, a divine Samosharan was made by the celestial bodies. With devotion, presence of mind, and deep feeling, let's seek permission from Paramatma to go into the divine Samosharan, worship, experience, and listen to the auspicious words of Paramatma. Get ready for Samosharan meditation. Sit straight. Close your eyes. Inhale deeply. Exhale slowly. Feel your breath. Feel yourself. Vadhamanam saranam pavachami, Vardhamanam saranam pavajjami. Vardhamanam saranam pavajjami. Shraddhamayo aham. Shraddhamayo aham. Bodhi Swarup aham. Bodhi Swarup aham. In your devotion, in your wisdom, see the Pavapuri city, the huge kingdom of King Hastipal, and the vast, mighty, glorious, and divine Samosharan. From far, you are able to see Paramatma's Shasan flag, divine Dharma Chakra, echoing in the sky are the celestial drums. Up to 9 miles, flowers are being showered by the deities. In that beautiful environment is the divine, marvelous, unprecedented Samosharan. The first huge enclosure of silver has radiant golden archways, and from all 4 directions devotees are entering. We also bow down and enter the Samosharan. The crystal steps leading to the second enclosure of gold with gemstone studded archways. As we move ahead, we experience bliss. The third enclosure is of gemstones with Vaidurya stones archways. At the center of this enclosure is the crystal throne studded with radiant gemstones, on which seated is golden radiant body of Prabhu Mahaveer, showing the path of success, wisdom, freedom, and peace are the divine sermons of Paramatma. All 4 directions showering compassion and affections are the eyes of Paramatma. The breath of Paramatma is like the fragrance of the lotus flower with the pure Shuklalesha. Chamrendra and Balendra are swaying the divine fans, crafted with gold and pearl are the 3-layered divine umbrellas. Ending all miseries and pain is the Ashoka tree standing tall, enlightening the entire Samosharan is the Paramatma's divine aura. On right side of Paramatma are Indrabhuti Gautam, Sudharma Swami, Chandan Bala, and huge monk community. Vaimanic deities, goddesses. On left side, 18 kings, queens, men, women, right and left side behind. Left side behind Paramatma are the Bhavanpati, Vyantar and Jyotishi deities. Engrossed in the divine light of Paramatma is the entire assembly. Sudharma Swami is making everyone feel and experience Paramatma. Feel the presence of Paramatma, your devotion for Paramatma. Visualize it, feel it, and slowly open your eyes. For the rendition of Virstuti, hymn in appreciation of Paramatma, and the Prakrit verses of Uttaradhyayana Sutra, follow the link in the description box. Namo Suyadevaya. Namo Suyadevaya. Namo Suyadevaya. Gurudev, before chanting, through the verses narrates the story of the first and great disciple of Paramatma, Indrabhuti Gautam, to us, inspiring each one of us to have devotion like him for Paramatma. Indrabhuti Gautam, the great disciple of Paramatma, was born as a Brahman. He came from a small village called Gobargram, which was located near Kshatriya Kundagram, the birthplace of Paramatma Mahaveer. Indrabhuti had two brothers, Agnibhuti and Vayubhuti. All three were masters of Vedas and later in life become disciples of Paramatma. Before Diksha, as Prince Vardhaman, Paramatma once met the three brothers. With his profound knowledge, he sensed that Agnimuti had doubts about the outcomes of his actions. Vayubhuti questioned the existence of heaven, and Indrabhuti was uncertain about the existence of the soul. All three lacked clear answers and were astonished to see the prince question them, their inner doubts. After listening to the prince and sensing his deep knowledge, Indrabhuti asked him to promise that once the prince experienced the truth, he would come and enlighten them as well. Prince Vardhaman soon gave up his worldly life and spent 12.5 years in deep meditation to find the real truth. Indrabhuti had heard all about the prince and his life as a monk. He learned how Paramatma Mahaveer transformed the dangerous Chandakoshik snake, saved the villagers from the troubles caused by Shulpani Yaksha, rescued Chandanbala from slavery, and consistently impacted thousands of lives. Knowing all this, Indrabhuti was both surprised and amazed by Prabhu Mahaveer's influence on so many lives during his sadhana period, and wondered what great things he would accomplish once he became enlightened. Years went by, and one day, as the sun began to set, Paramatma Mahaveer attained enlightenment near the river bank of Rujuvalika. At that very moment, Indrabuddhi Gautam was in a nearby village completing his yajna. His two brothers, Agnibhuti and Vayubhuti, Sudharma Swami and other Vedic experts were all engaged in performing the Agnihotra. Suddenly they sensed a brilliant light at the moment of Paramatma's enlightenment. Though the reason for this light remained unknown to them. The next day, with the rising sun, Indrabhuti and others were performing their morning yajna. When they saw deities appearing in the sky, for a brief moment, Indrabhuti felt proud, believing that this sight was a result of his yajna and praised himself for it. However, as he watched, he noticed that the deities passed by his place without stopping. Curious, he wondered where they were heading. To find out more, Indrabhuti sent a worker, but he never returned. Concerned, Indrabhuti then sent his chief to investigate. When the chief returned, he claimed to have seen the Creator. Indrabhuti was filled with questions. He wondered if that person was Prince Vardhaman or someone else. Determined to find out, he set off with 500 disciples. As he walked, an inner struggle arose within Indrabhuti's mind. Should he surrender or engage in conversation to defeat him? Upon entering, he was greeted warmly by Paramatma, who called out, Agayam Indabhui Goyama, Sagayam Indabhui Goyama. Hearing his name, Indrabhuti looked up in surprise. Paramatma then said, Indrabhuti, the soul exists. Accept this truth I am telling you. In that moment, Indrabhuti Gautam felt as if all his doubts had been answered. Overwhelmed with devotion, he surrendered at Paramatma's feet. Paramatma explained, Your connection with me spans many lifetimes, not just this one. The love you have always held for me has brought you here today. Immersed in a sea of devotion, Indrabhuti Gautam resolved to see the world as Paramatma see it, to act on every word he spoke, and to feel every vibration he emanated. Indrabhuti Gautam then takes Diksha under Paramatma. Indrabhuti Gautam's bond with Paramatma was unconditional. Like a child, he would approach Paramatma with every single doubt that arose in his mind, seeking answers to the questions posed by others as well as his own. In the quest for knowledge, he asked any question without hesitation. Once upon, seeing everyone attain Keval Gyan, A question arose in Indrabhuti's mind. He asked Paramatma, what is stopping me from attaining Keval Gyan? When those who came to you after me have already achieved it. Paramatma explained that Indrabhuti's attachment to him was the hindrance to attaining Keval Gyan. Without hesitation, Indrabhuti replied, I don't want to attain Keval Gyan. If it means leaving you, you have transformed my deserted life into a garden, and I can't imagine living without you. Paramatma reassured him, saying that after his nirvana, when his physical body would no longer be present, Indrabhuti would also attain Keval Gyan. Indrabhuti Gautam is known as Labdhi Sampanna. People even today have unwavering faith that chanting his name with devotion can help them overcome any situation. Gurudev explains that the secret of this Labdhi lies in Indrabhuti's unconditional and infinite devotion to Paramatma. Gurudev praises Indrabhuti Gautam's devotion, emphasizing that his attachment to Paramatma should not be considered moha attachment. Instead, it was a relationship characterized by faith and devotion, marked by anurag, deep affection, rather than mere rag, attachment for Paramatma. Tomorrow Gurudev will narrate that page of Indrabhuti Gautam's devotion, who during the moments of Nirvan Kalyanak Mahotsav, with a small inner gesture from Paramatma leaves the final Samosharan to guide Dev Sharma. Without a second thought, he gets up and goes, fully aware that it was the last day before Paramatma's Nirvan, and he would never have those final moments again or see him again. His devotion to Paramatma so profound that it transcended all limits. Gurudev explains that this incident highlights both Paramatma's commitment to guiding every being towards divinity and Indrabhuti Gautam's dedication to connecting everyone to Paramatma. Their goals for dharma superseded everything else. Gurudev tells, let us not be recognized by the sect we belong to. Let us be recognized by Mahaveer's children. Every day everyone make a commitment to sing Veer Stuti and chant 11 shlokas of Srimad Uttaradhyayana Sutra. To understand each gatha in detail, there is a program called Shrut Aradhana on Telegram. In this program, one verse of the Uttaradhyayana Sutra is shared daily, complete with English and Hindi wording, pronunciation, and meaning. Gurudev requests everyone to join and learn the Uttaradhyayana Sutra. Those who connect with Paramatma's words will never stray onto the wrong path of sansar. Just like a needle that remains attached to its thread. Gurudev urges that may we all dream that Paramatma's words reach everyone in every language to make our world a better place. His words should echo in the hearts of all. Namo Suyadevayaye. Namo Suyadevayaye. Namo Suyadevayaye. Continuing from yesterday's chapter 36, titled Jiv Ajiv Vibhatti, Gurudev explains that everything we can see, touch, smell, hear or taste, in other words, anything perceptible through the senses, is matter, Pudgal. Matter produces two kinds of results. One occurs naturally, while the other requires intervention. For example, milk will change on its own over time, separating from water. But if we intervene, it can turn into curd. Similarly, all changes in matter can happen naturally or through effort. Using matter is the nature of every being, every living being, and they possess the power to change the matter. With the right knowledge and techniques, a person can cause significant changes in matter. Matter is inherently changeable, and these changes may be natural or result from the actions of living beings. We can transform our bodies, which also a matter, to become either very strong or very weak. Everything we see around us today, television, social media, is essentially an interplay of matter. Gurudev gives examples of great saints like Stulibhadra, who turned himself to a lion to show his sisters the power of his spiritual practices. The technique was an interplay of matter. Paramatma teaches us to avoid liking or disliking material things and instead simply use them. For example, a microphone is meant to help us speak. We should not praise it when it works well or criticize it as bad when it doesn't. Simply recognize it as non-functional. Whether it's your glasses or the clothes you wear, avoid forming attachments or expressing preferences for them. Just use them for their purpose. Using things isn't the issue. Liking or disliking them is issue. Gurudev says that when we like something, we become its slave. And when we dislike something, we become its enemy. We should neither make comments nor complaints. People with habits such as tobacco, smoking, alcohol, etc. have a liking for it, thus making themselves a slave of it. Similarly, the liking for social media makes one a slave of it. If we don't have any like or dislike and simply use things, we will walk the path of Siddhi, eternal success. Gurudev encourages everyone to chant the verses of this chapter with devotion praying, O Paramatma, we shall free ourselves from likes and dislikes and follow the path you have shown. Paramatma Mahaveer uniquely revealed the truth about one-sensed beings such as those in Prithvikai, earth beings like those in mountains, Apkai, water beings, Teukai, fire beings, and Vayukai, air beings, and Vanaspatikai are all living beings. Though science does not recognize Prithvikai, earth beings such as mountains, as living beings, Paramatma has stated in the scriptures that they are, as they possess four paryaptis, four powers: food, body, breath, and organ. The earth is a living being. Breaking it implies hurting the beings in them. Similarly, Paramatma revealed that water and fire are themselves living beings. So polluting them not only harms the environment but also inflicts pain on these living entities. When we disturb or express anger toward non-living things, they don't harbor hatred or react, but living things do. Anger directed toward non-living things builds negative karma of hinsa, violence. But anger toward living beings builds both the negative karma of hinsa and a bond of hatred with them. Thus, living beings respond to our actions, further impacting our karma. Gurudev explains another fundamental principle given by Paramatma. He tells, it is in the nature of all beings to support each other. Paras praho graho jivanam. For example, in contaminated water, no water animals survive. This is because by nature, living beings support each other. When the water beings die due to its contamination, then that water which is nirjiv, lifeless, cannot support other 2, 3, 5 sensed animals, and they to die in such water. Further, as stated by Gurudev, the 5 sensed beings possess the power to transform the aura of these one sensed beings. Example of meditation by a great saint at the seashore. Every living being coexists with the support of each other. Paramatma has provided a detailed biology of beings ranging from one sensed to 5 sensed. The lifespan and spread of these one sensed beings are given, showing how they fill the entire universe. One sensed beings are 2 types. Badar means gross and Sukshma means subtle. Badar beings can be cut, divided or used, while Sukshma beings, subtle beings, cannot be divided or harmed. Hinsa, violence applies only to Badar beings, not to Sukshma ones. This profound understanding of the science of living and non-living beings has been laid out by Paramatma. Gurudev offers us a practical sadhana. He guides us to close your eyes and from the depths of our heart reflect on the journey of our soul through various forms. Please, all of you, close your eyes. From one sensed beings like Prithvikai, earth, Apkai, water, Teukai, fire, Vayukai, air, and Vanaspatikai, plants. 2, 3, 4, and 5 sensed beings. He urges us to acknowledge the harm we may have caused to one sensed beings in these forms. The way we may have hurt them and the bonds of like and dislike we may have created on this auspicious occasion of Nirvan Kalyanak Mahotsav. He encourages us to seek forgiveness and sincerely say, Tassa michhami dukkadam, Tassa michhami dukkadam, Tassa michhami dukkadam. Open your eyes. Lastly, Gurudev urges everyone to join on the morning of November 2nd at 5:30 a.m. for the Nirvan Anushthan of Paramatma, the moment of Keval Gyan of Indrabhuti Gautam, and the naming of Sudharma Swami as the head of the religious order. With this, I conclude my session today, expressing immense gratitude at the feet of Paramatma and Gurudev. And last but not the least, all the listeners to patiently listen this sermon. Thank you. Have a Arham day. Now, Mangal Path.
Chattari Mangalam Arihanta Mangalam Siddha Mangalam Saho Mangalam Kevali Pannato Dhammo Mangalam Chattari Lagutamari Hanta Lagutamam Siddha Lagutamam Saho Lagutamam Kevali Pannato Dhammo Lagutamam Chattari Saranam Bhavanjhami Arihante Saranam Bhavanjhami Siddhe Saranam Bhavanjhami Savo Saranam Bhavanjhami Kevali Pannatam Dhammam Saranam Bhavanjhami Arihanto ka Sharanam Siddho ka Sharanam Sadhu ka Sharanam Dayan Dharma ka Sharanam Char Mangal Charavuttam Chare Sharana Dukkha Harana Sukha Karana Arna Sharana Koi Jo Bhavivrani Kare Aradhan Akshay Amar Pada Hoy Vandhavanam Saranam